Get your water and get you some wine. I should have had some wine.
With exposure, execution, and consistency, there is nothing you can't do. Just keep planting.
Let's get into our soul food section. So everybody listening, y'all know I'm a very country girl from Kingston, South Carolina. I come from a family that can cook really good, so I love me some soul food. So Andrea, what is your favorite soul food dish?
Oh my god. So because I'm from Kentucky, I don't know if y'all would consider this a soul food dish, but I really like frog legs.
Girl.
I don't. Is that not? I mean, to me, because that's what. Now, Kentucky is very country. We are very country. So we would have like our rabbit and rabbit. Like,
girl, I've never even had frog legs.
Listen, frog legs are good.
It tastes
like chicken. It tastes like chicken. They just smaller.
I have to put that on my list to try.
But because I'm very country, that's what we had, like rabbit and rice and gravy and stuff like that. Like it's good.
Okay.
Very country, very Kentucky.
I'm here for it. So next question, a crock pot story. I feel like right now we live in a very microwavable age where people want things instantly. Can you give me a crock pot story? A time in your life or in your business where something had to like slow cook?
I mean, basically this whole business, really.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go into, but I had different ideas of like, I need to be in a Target, I need to be doing all of this stuff because I saw like other business owners doing that.
Yeah.
But the reality of the situation is you have to run your race and really have your own journey.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I learned too, because a lot of these opportunities that come to you, they come when you're ready.
Yeah.
So like, for example, like I have a lot of my friends who've been like on Good Morning America and stuff like that, and I'm very happy for them. But I think if that happened for me right now, it wouldn't be like a happy occasion, really, because I just don't feel like I'm in a space where I'm prepared for that, because I don't have like, my just like the people in place and all that to handle all that stuff. It would just be stressful. So I think things come to you when they're supposed to. So I think just being in this space, going from our kitchen to the garage to here, that's definitely a crock pot story right there, because there's a lot of business owners who are maybe 6-7 years in and they're in a Target already, and I'm not, and that's okay.
Right.
I'm exactly where I want to be, and that's what's important.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. And you do not want your blessing to turn into a burden.
Right.
So you have to be prepared. I really love that you shared that. So the next one, your go-to. What is something that keeps you motivated, keeps you up? When you have that go-to soul food meal, like it just never disappoints. So what is it that keeps you running?
I think because I'm also an Aquarius, we want to save the world, but not like be around so many people doing it. I think just my motivation to see people who like Black people, especially Black women, feel liberated and having access to like just little joys.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the opportunities a lot to celebrate joy or to even think about it, because so much of our history is trauma. But
talk about it.
It's just like, I mean, all of what we see is a lot of trauma, but there's also so much joy in the Black community, and I just want to be a part of what that's like. Just taking a shower, that's a joyful moment to me, because it's a moment where I ain't got to do nothing but focus on me and be in some water and just feel like,
Absolutely.
And so just stuff like that is just bringing joy to people in ways that you don't even have to think about. That's what really keeps me going.
Yes. So the next question, the itis. When you eat a real good meal, you get sleepy, you want to lay down on that chair. What is something that you're tired of seeing? It can relate to personal finance, entrepreneurship, life. What are you tired of seeing?
I think I am tired of seeing the whole fake it till you make it thing. Because it's 2022.
Yeah.
We all should just be honest and transparent and authentic about our experiences.
Absolutely.
And not leave these impressions to business owners that are coming up that like you have to have a 6, 7, 8, 9-figure brand to be successful. Success looks so different to everybody. It's very subjective, and so putting that amount of pressure on yourself to show up in spaces where one, you're not welcome a lot of times, people don't want you there because you're trying to keep up appearances, like it's not necessary.
Right.
So
just be you.
Be yourself. And a lot of things come to you when you are. All the right things come to you when you are. When you're trying to be something else, you might have those opportunities, but you'll find that you'll be surrounded by more people you don't want to be around.
Yeah.
So
and it's not sustainable.
No,
you can't keep up and act forever. Like I just believe either you're gonna get tired or they're gonna find out that you're a fraud.
Right.
Like one of the two.
And it's just not, the fallout ain't cute. We in the age of the internet where folks is on Twitter flaming folks up. People's whole careers is going in flames.
Exactly.
On Twitter.
For no reason.
For no reason.
So our last question, this is good. So when you take that first bite, for me it's yams. Like I love yams. And if they super good, I'll bite into them. I'm like, this is good. So can you give us our final words of wisdom? This is good for everybody that is listening.
So I would just say, run your own race. Be in your own journey. It's always hard to run your business when you're looking, all over the place.
Right.
And not really being inspired by what is actually moving you. What's right for you and what's yours is yours. And you can't base success, like somebody else's success, on like where you should be in life. It's just not, it's not realistic, and it just drives you crazy. So one thing that I think that has made us stand out as a brand is that we are very transparent about what we go through.
Yeah.
I think I had an Instagram story where I was crying and and I was crying because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pay my rent this month, because that's real. And I, in that moment, I felt like I am a failure, and that's real. Everybody has those moments, especially when you're an entrepreneur. So don't be afraid to embrace those moments and lean on your community and ask for the help that you need, but be authentic. Be real and be genuine, and be there for other people like they're there for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being on the show. Girl, you poured into me. I learned so much just from this past 45, 50 minutes. So I just want to give you your flowers and tell you to keep going. Like, you have been one of my biggest inspirations, and just watching, for one, her video content on Instagram, baby.
I tried.
The storytelling, the behind the scenes, just everything. And I really feel like being on the outside looking in, it makes us feel like we're a part of the brand. So I appreciate you for doing all that you're doing, and just being an inspiration for all the young Black girls who are looking up to you as well.
I want to thank you for reaching out and just, having me here. Because slide in the DMs, y'all, because that's what she did.
Sure did.
And she was just like, I want to talk to you. Can we talk? And
Exactly.
I'm so glad that we did, because you were just, and this is what you're doing is so amazing and so important. We need a lot more Black publications to share our experience as Black entrepreneurs, because sometimes people don't get it. But having these conversations is important. So thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for tuning back in to another episode on the Responsible Homegirl podcast. And always remember, with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is nothing you can't do. See y'all next time.